Hello.
Hi Vita.
Hi. How are you?
Good, and another good day. So
nice to hear.
Yeah.
So welcome to our webinar. So I would like to introduce you Swiss boarding school, and the reason we invited Barnabás here today is not only because it's a great school, but also what we see is that we have a growing number in the destination, Switzerland, and also growing number in families who are looking for especially boarding schools. So I would like to ask you, Barnabás, now to talk a little bit about the school and introduce us the possibilities that you can offer.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Go ahead.
So we are the Hochhalpines Institut Ftan, an awfully complicated name for non-German speakers. And we shorten this for any English speaker, so HIF. We are a Swiss international school and sports academy in one. And we are not only an international school, but we are also a regional school in Switzerland, where truly the global meets the local. So you will see that more. You can see that we have a pretty good setting in terms of where the school is. We are in the valley of Engadine, about 3 hours from the main airports, from Zurich or Innsbruck, or if you own a private jet, from St. Moritz. We are located in the small village of Than. We have 500 inhabitants in this village, and the school is at 1,700 meters over the sea level in the Swiss Alps. And this is pretty much how our school looks like in winter. Right now we do not have this much snow yet, but in 3 weeks we're supposed to start our ski season, so the slopes will be open.
Wow. Can I ask you something? You mentioned that it's a regional school, so does it mean that you have Swiss students too in the school?
Yeah,
local
correct.
Students?
Correct. So the school has basically 2 departments, let's put it this way. One is the Swiss Gymnasium and the Swiss Secondary School. And here we have day students coming from the surrounding villages and towns. So we have about 40 students that coming to our school as day students. And we have 30 students in our boarding house. They are the residents all school year long. And about 1/3 of our boarding students are international, and 2/3 are also Swiss students.
The majority Swiss.
The majority of Swiss students. And our region is Rhéto-Roman speaking and German speaking, and the international school is English speaking. And the regional schools are also bilingual, German and English, so some subject taught in German, some subject taught in English. So it's a nice virwar of languages in the corridors all the time. What makes us special? Because of course there are a lot of boarding schools all around Switzerland. This is actually one of the #1 destination for international students worldwide. As I said, this is really a school where local meets the global, where from very different social backgrounds, families meet, and the students meet. We are a small school community. We have only about 80 students, about 30 teachers. We know every single kids in names. Of course, we know probably even the name of the parents and the name of the neighbors. So of course, this is a big advantage. We have a very strong track record in the Swiss Gymnasium with a pass rate of 98%. And this is the core expertise of the school, as we are in a gymnasium over 225 years now. So that goes very well. And of course, we have a very strong competitive sport department. This is the sports academy. It's one of the oldest sports academy in Switzerland. with excellent results, but this is also open for everyone who is just an average skier or snowboarder like me. And of course, we have a safe and healthy environment. I mean, just looking at the pictures, you can imagine that we have clean air, we have no noise. It's absolutely safe. Even if a student would like to get in trouble, it's very difficult. There are no pubs open, there are no clubs around. So it's a very safe place. Only fresh air. Only fresh air. and inspiration from nature, inspiration from the light. It's a home of many artists in the valley. So it's a pretty good place to follow your dreams. And you mentioned that you have a sports academy. I don't know that you will talk about it later, but which sports do you have within the academy? Yeah, I'll touch base on it, but basically we are specialized in winter sports. And our strengths is snowboarding, alpine snowboarding and freestyle, alpine skiing and cross-country skiing. And our track record goes to gold medals in Olympic Games, so wow. We can talk that about later a little bit. Okay. But I think it's more important for everyone who is watching us that what are our academic programs. And as said, we have two departments. In the international department, we welcome students from grade 9 to grade 12. All these programs are taught in English, and we are certified by the Cambridge International General Certificate of Secondary Education. And this is a very strong program offered by the Cambridge program, and it allows students to finish this 2-year program, gather certificates along the way, and then apply either to an IB World School, like our International Baccalaureate Diploma program in grade 11 and 12, or any other schools that offers American diploma, A-levels or IBs. So this is a very good basis to start worldwide international education. And as of next year, we will offer, so next school year, meaning starting 21, we will offer our first IB diploma program class. We are now a certified IB World School. So that's in core, the international department. If anyone would like to send their kids in a lower grades, so from age 12, 13, 14, then we have also an offer for that. They would go and start in our Swiss education system. They would start in the Swiss bilingual lower secondary school in grade 7, 8, or 9. And this is a bilingual program, some subject taught in German, some subject taught in English. And for international student who doesn't speak German, we have a special language integration program. So they can join only the English classes, and in the rest they studying actually German and English. And then of course this is like a very good preparation for the Swiss Matura program. So if you are an international student, you can jump over to the Swiss bilingual Matura program in grade 9. And that has a huge advantage. If you have a Swiss Matura, you have direct access to Swiss universities, also accepted universities worldwide. And if you stay in Switzerland and you finish your studies in a Swiss universities, then you don't need to pay university fees, because in Switzerland that's actually free. And even you are an international student, not a Swiss resident, you are considered as a Swiss resident because of the Swiss Matura. That's very good, actually. And if someone was to have the Swiss Matura, does this student have to start from 9th grade, right? So they have to do all the 4 years of Yeah, absolutely. There is no way to start later. So the latest is actually to start grade 9. Okay. And what is very, very important that means that the student has a very good knowledge of German, a very, very good knowledge of English, and ready to study French.
Okay.
So actually by finishing the Swiss Matura program, you are fluent in 2 languages, German and English, and you have a pretty good knowledge of French.
What does it mean, very good level of German and English? So
I would say that in German, of course, it will be on C1, C2 level, and English as well by time of finishing.
Okay.
You need a minimum of, I would say, B2 level to start in both languages, German and English, in grade 9.
Okay.
If you come earlier, then you have the option. And this is a very, very difficult program academically. So only 20% of the Swiss students make it to the Matura. So it's a little bit, we have international students in our program. We have Benji and Evie from Taiwan. We have Ivan from Budapest. And they all came in grade 7 or 8. And they studied 2 years long to step over to the Matura program. And Ivan was the first one who made it. Benji actually decided to do IB, so he switched now to the Cambridge, and he's now in the iGCSE class, and Evie is still hesitating.
Okay, and so basically this German integration program you only have in grade 7, between 7 and 9, right? So later on you already are required to have a good knowledge of German to start.
Yeah, correct.
Okay,
Correct. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And of course, based on our teaching philosophy, what is absolutely important that we nurture the curiosity of our students. So what we would like to do is to create this spark in the students to find what they love to do, because that brings love of learning, that brings performance at the end. And we build on the strengths of each and every one of them. And then based on these strengths, then you can decide what you would like to study in universities. Talking about universities, here are some of the universities where our students went in the last years. Of course, some of them are in Switzerland. That's our main target for our students, or that's the main target for the students. Is the ATH. It is number 6 in the world in Technical University. It's super strong. We have École Hôtelier in Lausanne. It's one of the leading hotelier and hospitality school of the world. University of St. Gallen is one of the strongest address for business and law. And then, of course, we have many international universities from the States to England to Technical University in Munich. So it's a very good track record. One of the very good part and the strong part of being in a boarding school is that it's not only a set of subjects that you need to study, but you have also a selection of offers that you can choose from. And right now we have a vocal group. Unfortunately, with COVID, it's a little bit harder to maintain this vocal group. We have a natural science and practical experiment class. They, for example, did some studies of microplastics in the river Inn and this kind of things. We have robotics class. They're playing with Lego and programming Lego robots to go from A to B and pick up an egg and this kind of stuff. We have a strong psychology oriented class or club. Of course, we do team sports and winter sports. As here, there is many months in the school year. It's winter, so it's basically from December till end of April you can ski. And then we have fitness coaching.
Good.
Let's look at the boarding house. In our boarding house, it's truly a home away from home. So we try to make it very familiar. It's of course not too difficult with only 30 students being home here during the week. They can choose between a single or a double room. All our rooms have a beautiful view of the Alps, and we offer shared facilities. And it's a very happy and healthy, safe surrounding. We discussed about this earlier. We have a very secure location, a private road that ends at the school. We have 7/24 pastoral care. We have our medical clinics just 10 minutes away from the school. And we offer regionally sourced, balanced menus. Our chef is living in the village, so he's coming up and cooking freshly, sourcing from the village. So it's a dream for anyone who like this kind of environment.
Absolutely.
And here is our sports in the Sports Academy in a little bit more in details. Don't get afraid of that you see a weapon in the screen. Yes, in our school, students can use weapons, but truly in training. So we have, of course, as a winter destination, we have a program also for cross-country skiing, biathlon, snowboarding, freestyle and alpine, skiing, ice hockey. So this is really the heart of all the winter sports. I'll just tell you a little bit about the pictures. So the top is Nila. She's 13. She's one of our newest athlete in the school. She started this school year. She's the fastest in her age in Switzerland right now. She has a good way to go. As below is Nevin Galmarini, Olympic champion in snowboarding, and he is also an HIF alumni. Then below is Valeria, and she and her sister is also in the school. They're both doing biathlon and being the best in their age group in Switzerland right now. And really the biggest name from our school is this little guy down there with the skis. His name is Dario Cologne, four-time Olympic champion in cross-country skiing. So, but it's not only about professional and competitive sports. It's all about bringing together sport and academics. What we realize, having 25 years of experience training athletes and our students, that anyone who is doing good in sports will do better in academics. You learn a lot about how you schedule your day, how you schedule your week, how to set a target, how to achieve that target. And we have an individual mentoring and monitoring program for all our athletes, so they're benefiting from a lot of support. So it's a very great environment to also start an entire new sport and learn from the best.
Mm-hmm. So what you say is that for students who are not on a competitive level on each sport can join the sports academy, right?
Yeah, of course. So they would do trainings in our gym, conditional trainings. They would get support from the same professional coaches as our athletes, and then we have the entire school lesson plan is organized in a way that they can go skiing on Wednesday afternoons. Mm-hmm. So even if you are first on snow, you can join a beginner's class and start skiing. And it's very great because you can ski back to the boarding house. So once you have the right skills, then they can just jump out even during lunch for a few runs.
Good. Mm-hmm.
But to try a boarding school is, I think, very, very important. I encourage everyone that without even considering what does it mean to go and visit a summer camp of any boarding school. Of course, we have our own. It's a 2-week program in the summer. And this is really experiencing boarding school life. The students stay in our boarding house. They eat what our chef is cooking. They going into language classes, English or German, where they study in our school classes. So it's a very great way to experience boarding school life.
And what languages do you offer?
English and German. English and German. Yeah. Uh-huh. We have about or actually maximum 60 students that we accept in the summer camp. So it's a pretty small summer camp. And about 2/3 of our students study English and 1/3 of the students study German. They grouped based on skills, language skills, and they're working on individual targets. What is great that even if you come here to study German, you will use English because all the afternoon programs are done in English. So the adventures and everything else that we do in the afternoons, it's run in English. All our staff are bilingual, so that should not be an issue.
Great.
I think that's in a nutshell what our school has to offer. And we used to say that together we make the difference. It means together with our students, our teachers, the administration staff in the school, everyone is working for the students and make sure that they have a happy life here.
Excellent. Thank you very much for the presentation. And whoever feels they can send some questions even later on if you are interested. And yeah, I'll hope to get in touch soon. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.